So inshallah we will do ayah number 28 today. There are many words that need special attention here. Ayah is short, but we will have to look into those words in details. So the ayah starts with A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Kayfa takfuruna billahi wa kuntum amwatan fa ahyaakum thumma yumitukum thumma yuhyikum thumma ilayhi turja'un. This is the ayah number 28 of Surah Al-Baqarah. The ayah address in common to all the people, but especially those who do not believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And a question is being put to those people who reject the faith and belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the ayah starts with the word kaifa. Kaifa has multiple meanings. Okay? So the word kaifa is used, for example, if you are asking someone, how are you? If you want to ask the condition of a person, you say kaifa, or in Arab say all the time kaifa hal, something like that, which means how are you? So this is like a question. It's like a sawal or a question. Okay. But the other meaning of kaifa, and there are few others, but these two are mostly used, is when you say how can you? Okay? And this is the expression of ta'ajjub. Okay? Surprise. Okay? So if someone wants to ask something, instead of asking, he says kaifa. The statement that comes after that is the statement of a surprise. Okay? So that is called ta'ajjub. Ta'ajjub means surprise. Okay. So kaifa is used for both. And surprise means you can, like in English, if you tell your child, how can you do the same thing every day? It means you're not asking him, but you're saying that I'm surprised that you keep doing the same thing every day. Okay? So it's a statement of surprise, a statement of ta'ajjub. Okay? Not a question that you are asking him. So similarly, the kaifa is used in Arabic and in the Quran both ways. Okay? So here, it is used in the second meaning, kaifa. Okay? And when we see the words after that, it will become clear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is putting something in front of the people in terms of a surprise. How can you do this thing? Okay? So that's where the kaifa, the second meaning, is being used here in this ayah. Okay? So how, and then I'm just going to leave can, which means it's a ta'ajjub. Okay? Now, before we dig into the next word, takfuruna, we want to go over a brief rule of grammar so we can understand why the words are made the way they are. But the word takfuruna, first of all, it starts with these three letters, kaf, fa, and ra. This has multiple meanings. Okay? So, and mostly they are used in the Quran different ways. One is just believe. Okay. And this is used when the word opposite to the faith, iman, is used. Amana means to believe, And if it is being compared to that word, the opposite word is kafara. That's one meaning. Okay? Other meaning is to reject. Okay? Another meaning is to hide or cover. Hide or cover something. Okay? Hiding is the real meaning of this word, kafara. Okay? Hiding is the actual meaning. Okay? The origin of this word is that when the farmer hides a seed underground, this word is used for him. He is called kafir. So kafir is a person, is a farmer who takes a seed and put underground and covers with the dirt. So when rain comes down, it sprouts and comes out like a plant. So that is the origin of the word kafara, and the person who does hiding of the seed is called kafir. In the religious terminology, kafara and kafir is a person who tries to hide the truth. He tries to cover the truth. Okay? So that is the meaning of kafara. Okay? When you use this against believing, then you translate disbelief, which is the opposite of the belief. Okay? So this is the origin. Okay, now we will see how we make the grammar of this word and some related words. In the grammar, we use 3 words for learning the grammar: fa, ain, and lam. Fa'ala. Fa'ala means to do. Okay? And then we use a whole table based on the fa'ala to learn the grammar. Okay? So when about 99% of the Arabic words start with 3 letters, okay? So they can be, the grammar of all those 99% can be made on the rule of fa'ala, except there is one change which keeps happening. Okay? So for example, what happens if I put 3 fatahas on each of these fa'ala? It brings the meaning, and we have seen that many times, third person and past tense. Okay? Third person and a past tense, he did. Okay? If I put a ya in the beginning and make it yafu alu, this means he does. Okay? This brings the meaning of present tense and third person. Okay? So we learn how to make the grammar of all the 3 letters, other words, based on these rules. Except one exception happens. In this case, in fa'ala, we have put a fatah, another fatah, and a third fatah on each of them. Okay? Some words, some 3 letters, find an exception that first letter remains fixed with a fatah, third letter remains fixed with a fatah, but the middle letter changes fatah, kasra, and dhamma. So how do we learn that which 3 letters? Middle letter will be fatah, dhamma, and kasra. The first and third are fixed. How do we learn? How dictionaries help us? How the grammar has been invented in terms of writing the rules of the grammar and dictionary to distinguish that thing and to learn that thing. Okay? So what they have done, they have taken some example words, example 3 letters. Okay? The first one that is used is fa, ta, and ha. Okay? This is an example you'll find, and when I explain this to you, you will see that it will be easy for you to look into the dictionary. Now, we have done that briefly once before. Fataha means to open. Okay? And when we make the grammar of this thing, this is fa, ta, ha. This means he opened. And the second one is yaftahu. Yaftahu, which means he opens. Okay. So this is used as an example to learn in the dictionary. How it works? So in this particular case, Fataha, the middle letter has a fatah on it, and it has a fatah here. Okay. Fataha and yaftahu, which means the middle letter is carrying a fatah on it. Okay. Which means the middle letter is carrying a fatah, and first and third always carry fatah, so we don't have to worry about them. So what dictionaries do, that all those words where the middle letter is a fatah, and a fatah here and a fatah there, they have created a rule like this. They take a fa and put in parentheses. And in the dictionary, if you want to see the meaning and the grammar of any three letters, if next to three letters, those three letters, a little fa is written like that, that means you follow this rule. Any three letters you want to look at the meaning. Okay? So as soon as they write down the three letters and they write the meaning of that, they write a little fa in parentheses there. And so you should know that this fa is the brief of fataha, and in fataha, middle letter carries fataha this here. That means fataha, fa will, ta will have a fataha, and this ta will have fataha. If you know these two letters or these two sounds, you can make all the grammar. For example, fataha means he opened. If I put a waw after that, it becomes plural. Fatahu, they opened. Okay? If I put a ta is there after that, it becomes fatahat. Okay? And fatahatum. All those grammar rules for every first person, second person, singular, plural can be made as long as you know that this will always remain in fatah. Okay. So that is for this thing. Okay.
Questions. The word miftah. Miftah.
Miftah is not the grammar. It's like a key or something that is used to open. So for that, there's a different rule.
I see.
Yeah. This is only to make I do, you do, he does, she does type of rule. Okay. So the second thing they used is these three letters, Seen, Meme, and Ayn. This means to hear. Okay. So from here, the grammar becomes Sami'a, which means he heard. Okay. And the next one is Yasma'u, he hears. Okay. So if you notice here, this ya, this meme is carrying a kasra here. Sami'a. When we say in the Quran, we stand up. Sami Allah, Uliman Hamida. So Sami, we sound like a kasra on the meme. Okay. That means that this meme will carry a kasra like that. Okay? And in the dictionary, you will see something like that.
This is yasma'u.
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 Now, both will not have effect.
Okay.
In some cases both, but this is the example where only this has the effect. Okay? This one. Yes. So when any three letters meanings you want to see in the dictionary, if you find a sin written next to that in parentheses, that means when you make the grammar of those three letters, when you make the past tense of third person, you have to put a kasra here.
Sorry, the root letters always they don't get the fataha.
The first and the third will always have fataha. First letter,
No, as a
first and third always, if you look here, first and third will have fataha. Okay, but so this is the way it is going to be. If I write in a fatah here and fatah here, and this will carry all three possibilities. The middle letter will change between fatah, dhamma and kasra. So as we see the example, in this case, this middle letter is carrying fatah. In this case, the middle letter is carrying a kasra. And I just want to give one more, another example.
sorry, and sin is abbreviation of what?
Sin is for this, like this.
Oh, for that.
Okay. Fa is the abbreviation of this fa here. Yeah. Okay.
So it could be like sami'u or yasma'u or nasma'u, tasma'u.
Yeah. After that, you just do the same thing. Important thing is that the middle letter sound. After that, rule is fixed. If you want to make a plural, you put a vowel. If you want to do the table that I have given in there with the colors, you have those grammar table. You just add few letters for plural and all those things. Okay. But the most important and the basic thing is that we need to learn the sound of the middle letter. Need to learn the sound of the middle letter.
Is there an easy rule to remember that when this?
No, whenever you have new three letters, you go back in the dictionary.
Okay.
Dictionary will say either a fa or a sin. A couple more. Okay, I want to write down those
So
two.
when there is sin, it will be kasra always.
Yeah, that means the middle letter will always kasra in both present and past tense both. If it is a fatah,
Okay.
if it is a sin, then past tense will have a kasra, but present tense will not. Okay. So the third one I want to write down two more and then move on what we are doing, because this is many words that will come here today. We will have to follow these rules. Okay. And so by repetition, we will just remember how this works. So the next one is dwad, ra, and ba. Okay, this has many meanings. So I'm just going to use one meaning to say. So when you make the grammar of this will be daraba, he said, and yadribu. Okay, so in this case, the middle letter here is carrying a kasra. So that means this has a kasra here. And the dictionary will say a dot here. So any three letters you go and look at the meaning, if you see a dot there, that means then when you make the past tense, you have to put three fathahs, but when you make the present tense, the third letter will carry a kasra. So this means he says. And I want to write down one more. There are actually 6 rules, but 4 are mostly used. Okay? And I want to write down one more and then move on to what we are doing here. Okay? So the next one which is used is Nasara, Noon, Swad, and Ra. This means to help. Okay? And from here, you make Nasara and Yansuru. Nasara Yansuru. So what happened in this case, this carries a Dhamma and this is a Dhamma here. And this is written as a Noon. In the dictionary, this will be written as a Noon. So if you see a Noon against 3 letters in the dictionary, that means Nasara, and then you will have to make grammar this way. A Dhamma on the present tense, which means he helped, and he helps. These are very important rules. If we can understand these, then it will be very easy to understand how in the ayats of the Quran the words are used.